First sip of coffee in the morning. Anyways, hey Dom fam, I'm about to save you some money right now. I'm not gonna even have you guessing. You're gonna have to save this video. These dupes for high-end makeup are too good. Some of them are even better than the high-end makeup. Can you tell which one is which? I wanna see which side you think is high-end and drugstore. Pause this video, comment that right now. I went and grabbed all my favorite makeup and some of the most highly rated makeup and asked ChatGPT which one is the dupe. And it actually worked. I got this idea from Tati Westbrook. I didn't realize how accurate ChatGPT would be. I'm like, I need to use this every day of my life. So if you're ready to save some money on some very highly rated makeup products for half the price, keep watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the Dom fam. And without further ado, let's get into this video. I headed straight into the drugstore section at Ulta and pulled up my ChatGPT, and it really took me to the next level. Primer. Everybody loves this one. It is $38. Very jelly-like, gripping, hydrating, everything that I love. And then I asked ChatGPT and they gave me this one from NYX. It has that same jelly-like texture. I've actually never tried it before, but it's supposed to be hydrating, gripping, all of the things that the milk is supposed to be. Let's just see if it's worth it. So this side is gonna be the high-end makeup. So I'm gonna put the milk hydro grip on this side of my face. This smells like a floaty. You know, like when you were a kid and you put floaties on before you went to the pool? That is what it's giving. But my skin does feel hydrated. I love the tackiness in this. It won an award. This is a good one. The hydration really sinks into the skin. But let's see if this $17 NYX one is any better. Ooh. Looks fun. So it has the same texture, but a little bit more jelly-like. Okay, this one slips on the face a lot easier. This is thinner. I get the feeling that this is really just sitting on top of the skin and not really sinking in and giving that hydration. Let me let it dry down to see if it has more of a grip, because I don't feel the grip right now. Okay, I did my brows. It took me about 10 minutes to do my brows because I like sat here and wanted everything to really dry down. And this side of my face now feels very tacky. This one was more instant, like the tackiness was instant, but it doesn't feel like hard. I almost feel like the NYX side feels like my skin is kind of like, I could barely move it. It's a weird feeling, it's very stiff. Both sides do feel like they are going to grip to foundation. So when I say this is a dupe, yes, but you get what you pay for as far as the quality, because I feel very comfortable, hydrated, gripping instantly. This one takes a while to dry down. It feels kind of stiff, but does have that same gripping effect. Okay, for this next one, I'm a little nervous to even put this on my face because I know how the Drunk Elephant one works, and I have like a very watery kind of primer texture underneath my skin, and I just don't feel like it's going to glide over very well. So I don't really want to try this, but supposedly this is a dupe, like a hardcore dupe. So we're gonna do it anyways. Let's just see how it applies. I'm actually not gonna apply it directly to my face. I find that it can be kind of splotchy when I do that. So I'm gonna rub it into my hands and then work it into my face like this. And this is just gonna give us a really nice bronzy base. It's summertime, so I want to look a little bit more bronzy. Okay, I kind of felt like this was going to grip to areas unevenly because of the formula underneath it, and it is starting to peel. It's exactly what I thought would happen, honestly, and that's why I didn't want to put it on. But I just don't think the formulas mix well together. This one, you kind of have to wear it on its own without anything underneath it, I feel like, the Drunk Elephant one. But let's see how the Glotion from L'Oreal applies on top. And this is the shade Deep Glow. So I'm gonna do this one directly, blend it with my hands. This one seems to be gliding way easier on the skin. It's not flaking at all. Wow. Oh my God, this one works really well. I'm really surprised. And this is way less expensive. It definitely is a dupe. And I'm gonna say the performance is actually better with the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion than this one. So that's a dupe, but even better. You guys, the way I knew this was gonna break apart makes me sad that I even put it on because it's actually a good product, just didn't mix well with the primer. But let's get on to foundation. I'm excited about this one. I haven't really thought of this as a dupe. My all-time favorite foundation is the NARS Radiant Longwear. It's dewy, it's hydrating. It looks like really beautiful skin. This foundation is $52, totally worth it, I think, because it's really, really amazing. But I'm just gonna put it on and you're gonna see how the coverage is so beautiful. yet dewy. It has a gorgeous dewy finish to me. My skin's very dry, so I need the dewy, I need the glow. I blended everything together. Do you see the coverage? I mean, full coverage, beautiful skin. And this is supposed to be the dupe. This is $52 versus $13 from L'Oreal. I really hope that this is a dupe actually, because that would save so much. I'm gonna put some on my hand. And again, this is ChatGPT's recommendation. Let's add this on this side. Okay, this one's a little more lightweight. I can still see the skin through it. So I wouldn't say on initial application, it's super full coverage as the NARS one, but thinner isn't a bad thing actually. I also got the shades so wrong. Look at my face. It's like 2 different shades, but that is okay. We'll really get a good idea of what side is which side. I never put my foundation under my under eyes because it can cause creasing, and it's such a thin area. You want to avoid putting too much product there that is unnecessary. I'm noticing that this side is not as glowy as this side. It's a little more matte, but it's not matte. I would say this has more of a natural finish and this one is a little bit more glowy. This has less coverage, this has a little bit more coverage, but let's try to build it up. Okay, which side do you think looks better? This one or this one? I want you to comment below before I answer this question. Which side do you think looks better? My personal opinion is that the NARS is still better. It is $52, but again, I think it's worth it. It's a foundation. This gives you a new, healthy, better version of your own skin. And this one is just gonna take some time to build. It is a good one. I think $13 is amazing. So if you wanna try this, this will give you a slight effect of it, but it's not gonna be a complete dupe. That's just my opinion. This next one, I was so shocked. Look at this almost exact replica of the Makeup Forever palette, but this is like a 2-sided palette, and then the Catrice one is just this, but it's like all the essentials that you need. The highlight, the blush, all the bronzer, and the contour is in one, and I thought it was such a smart idea. So I wanna try it out. I'm gonna take these 2 shades from Makeup Forever on the high-end side to see if it's the same glide and the same feel. So, ooh, that is definitely a contour for me. We're contouring right now because those are very deep shades. Ooh, that is pretty dark. I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. I'm gonna take the dark shade on this side. These 2 are pretty much the same color. This is my Sigma collaboration brush, the eye and nose contour. So I'm gonna take those to do the same lines. So we're gonna go here. Is that color not so spot on? Wow. I'll have everything listed in the description with pricing and everything. Wow, that glides so beautifully onto the skin. The Makeup Forever feels a little heavier, a little more dry, and this is so creamy. It's like butter on the skin. But let's blend it out and see how it blends. Wow, the Catrice side just blends way easier into the skin. I'm not saying Makeup Forever isn't as good. It just blends a little bit more creamier. I don't know if maybe mine is a little older, if that's what it is, or it's just more buttery. The Catrice one might be just more buttery. This is a definite dupe if you like Makeup Forever, if you like to contour. This also has blush in it, has highlight, all the creams that you need. I have another blush that I wanna dupe, so I'm not gonna do the blush part or the highlight, but this is a good buy. For the blush dupe, I am trying to see if anyone can match the Rare Beauty Happy Liquid Blush because it's such a pretty, iconic shade. And ChatGPT gave me the Revolution Blush Balm in the shade Dolly Rose, which is this one right here. This one's Happy. And then it also gave me Milani Cheek Kiss in Pink Flirt, which is this one, and I think it's so off. I honestly feel like if you mix both of these together, you could get the shade Happy, but I'm gonna choose this one just because it honestly looks the closest in every shape and way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. Rare Beauty blushes are very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I might have put too much, but let's see if Revolution gives us that same pigmentation. And actually this doesn't look like too much. It actually looks really, really pretty. Even the doe foot is a tiny bit similar, a little bit brighter on the skin. Blend this side out. Not as pigmented. It's a little bit more watery, so I'm gonna put more on. It has like a watery texture to it, but the color is pretty similar. It's just not as pigmented, so I have to keep building it up. $23 versus $9. Do you feel like it's a dupe, or do you feel like you get what you pay for? I honestly feel like if you want to try it out but don't have the $23 for for this, definitely get the blush balm from Revolution because you will have to build it up, but you will get the same color. And it is not the same consistency, but you're still gonna get that color. Unless you have the cash, then go ahead and grab this one. So the Hourglass Vanish Concealer is super popular, known for being very creamy, but ChatGPT told me that e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer is actually a dupe. Adding the Hourglass to this side. And then we're gonna do the e.l.f. Camo on this. This is a totally different color, by the way. Actually, this is not bad of a color. This already feels way more pigmented, just like fuller bodied than this one. It's a little brighter, not as like it glides, but not as creamy and thin as the Hourglass one. Let's blend this together and see if it really is a dupe. Honestly, e.l.f. always has the dupes to every popular product, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one ends up working out. Okay, it is a lot more full coverage than the Hourglass one. It doesn't feel as creamy, but it gives really great coverage. Almost feels like natural matte finish. And the Hourglass is leaning more towards like a dewy, natural finish. When it's all settled and done, I honestly think they're dupes. This is a dupe. They look the same. They look the same when everything's dry and blended. They're both nicely full coverage. One is a little bit more fuller, the e.l.f. one. I honestly feel like I would buy this one over this one. Okay, I'm doing this one for you guys that like highlight, especially this Charlotte Tilbury Easy Highlighter Wand. I don't use this all the time, but supposedly this e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand is supposed to be a dupe. We all know Charlotte Tilbury is way more expensive than e.l.f. So I am going to check this out for you right now and see what it gives us. That was way too much. Hold on, let me take some off. What in the world? Okay, let's blend Charlotte Tilbury out. Pretty. Let's blend e.l.f. out. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury took this one. I put on less. It just looks way more naturally, beautifully glowy and luminous. This one immediately is hard to blend. Doesn't look as luminous or glowy. It's not as light reflecting. I don't like it. This seems to be a lot of people's favorites. I have a personal favorite of a setting powder, but I'm not gonna use it. The general public's favorite. So it seems to be Huda Beauty, which is $38, but we have supposed dupe from Maybelline. It's the Fit Me. It's only $9. So I'm really curious to see if this is actually going to be a dupe. They're both translucents. Let's put on the Huda Beauty one. It's very fine. It almost made my under eye a little bit darker, but overall translucent. This is everyone's fave. So I want to give it a chance. And then on the other side, we're gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me, only $9. It is very fine as well. Ooh, this one is brightening my under eye, which I know it's translucent, but I do like a slightly brighter eye. And I do like the way the Fit Me is brightening the areas that I want to brighten. And if you look at it up close, I think it looks the same. You guys, what do you think? Like the texture's the same, the laydown's the same, but it's just a little bit more brighter. So if it were me, I would be getting the Maybelline Fit Me. It's a lot cheaper and it works slightly better. Okay, for the next powders, I chose my favorite. I think that are my all-time favorite bronzers for the face. And I chose the Private Island from Fenty. I put it into ChatGPT and they told me Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Matte Manoy. I don't know if that's the name of the color, but supposedly this is the dupe. 15 at Ulta versus 35. Actually, this one you can get at Target, on Amazon for a lot cheaper. Sometimes this will be $13 or $10. I've seen it at different prices, but at Ulta, for some reason, I just looked it up. I probably paid the most for it, unfortunately. But let's test it out. Private Island is just a really beautiful, natural looking bronze. I really like the way it just kind of melts into the skin, even though it's a powder. I feel like it just makes your skin look like a natural, soft hint of bronze. This smells amazing, by the way. It's winning by the scent, but I don't know about the performance. I feel like this is a lot lighter of a color than the Private Island. Actually, on the face, it looks the same. It looks the same. It's very natural, very soft, just like the Fenty one. ChatGPT has the secret sauce. Okay, when it comes to blush, I think Haus Labs has one of the best powder formulas. So this might not be the best color match, but ChatGPT told us that this is the formulation dupe. And that gets me really excited because why not save some money? That is a lot. When I have that much, I always like dab it on the back of my hand or the inside of my hand just to make sure it's even when it glides onto the skin. I actually never glide my brush, I always pat it in, but the pigmentation, the way that it blends into the skin, I really enjoy this blush for a powder. Let's see what e.l.f. gives us. Do you think that looks the same? I feel like it's pretty good. I'm gonna say that the way that this feels and blends is a definite dupe. We have so many good dupes in this video. You guys save this for later and share it with a friend. Okay, for the mascara, I feel like this one, if it does save you some money, I'm gonna be so excited because I really love the Monsieur Big from Lancome, but they're saying the ChatGPT streets are saying that Lash Paradise from L'Oreal is the dupe, but I want to see the wand. Like, is it the same wand? Lancome's a little fatter. This one actually has the same like pattern, even though it's like thinner. Let's see how it actually makes our lashes. I always curl my lash up into my eyeball so that you can see it because I just feel like it lifts the lash a little bit better. Don't know if that's healthy to do, but it works every single time. So we have Lancome. If you need a good mascara, this is one that you definitely should invest in my personal opinion. It gives the volume, it's very soft. It's a nice soft formula that is very lightweight on the lash, so it doesn't bring or pull down the lash. Sometimes when a formula is too wet, it'll do that. Here goes the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I've pulled out a few lashes on this side, so my lash is a little bit thinner. I'm gonna have to clean my lid after this for sure. I feel like I'm getting a really nice lift out of this. I think this one is giving us more volume, but it also gives us the lift. I'm gonna have to say that this one is a little bit better, but Lash Paradise is a really good mascara if you're looking for an affordable option. It's up to you. I think they're a match. Okay, this has been my favorite lash for the longest time, probably 8 or 9 years. It's the Lily Lash in Goddess. It is $20. $20. I love it. I get PR from them. I'm very grateful, but I had to do the dupe and I'm not sure if it's gonna work out, but we're gonna test it. These are the Kiss lashes in no filters, but this is only like $3 to $5. So let's see. Wait, before I put these on, I just want to show you guys how identical these seem to be, even though I haven't put them on yet. The length, the wisp, the flare at the end is so close. I'm actually so excited to put these on my eyes. The only difference I see is that the Goddess lash has a black band. The Kiss lash is clear. It tends to look a little bit more seamless when it has that black band, but it can also look seamless with the clear band too. It's just a little easier for me. So there goes the Lily lash. It's so pretty. It's my ultimate favorite lash for sure. Let's try the Kiss lash. There's a little bit more of a fullness and wispiness to the Goddess lash, but the no filter lash is really pretty too. It's just a less dramatic version of this lash. I would get them like right away. One of the most popular lip liners is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It's everyone's staple, I feel like. So I asked ChatGPT, they gave me the NYX nude lip liner and I am kind of shocked because it looks exactly the same to me. It looks very similar, except this one's $25, this one's $5. Let's see, I'm gonna do one side of my lip, which is gonna be kind of interesting. $25 lip liner. Honestly, anything Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury is so popular. And I'm actually gonna fill in my entire lip. This is gonna be my lipstick. That way you get to really see if it's a true dupe or not. And then on the other side, let's do nude. Ooh, this is poorly made. I'm gonna just say that because I can feel like it's gonna, it's not the same color. I feel like it's gonna pop off. Let's finish lining the lip. And this is definitely a lot lighter in color. It's kind of similar because it's a very soft nude, but almost slightly pink, but not as pink as Pillow Talk. They both have like a your lips but better kind of color. They both glide on really well, except the Charlotte Tilbury one has a little bit more tackiness to it, which lets me know that it's gonna last longer. Would you try other shades from the NYX one? And also let me know what you think about this. Comment below. Last but definitely not least are the setting sprays. This is my, as you can tell, one of my favorite all-time setting sprays from Charlotte Tilbury. The Airbrush Flawless just is amazing. Like your makeup isn't going anywhere with this one. So I asked ChatGPT and they gave me the Milani Make It Last Dewy Finish Setting Spray, which is interesting because it's dewy. But let's see. The mist is definitely different. Even though I don't have as much in here, it still sprays evenly all over the face. Whereas this one, it's very like misty and wet, but it is even. And it is a little bit more dewy, which is not like this one. So I don't know why it said dewy. That was an error with ChatGPT, but I didn't even catch it myself. So I can't wait to see. It's a 16-hour wear. Maybe it's the longevity that it's matching, I don't know, but I do like a dewy finish. But this one is going to lock in your makeup all day. I will have everything listed below so you can see what the prices are, the breakdown, and make your own decision if you think you should buy the dupe or not. Let me take out my little pins. Can you guys see a difference in my face? Do you think that it looks the same on both sides? Or does one side look better than the other? Let me know in the comments. I had so much fun doing this because I didn't realize how much money I could be saving. I can't wait to show you guys this video so you can save money too. But I really enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs it up. And if you haven't subscribed, you should be subscribed by now. I make new videos every week. Be a part of the Dom fam and subscribe in that little circle below. If you missed these 2 videos, make sure to check them out. They are waiting for you to watch. And before I leave you, I always leave you with a motivational message for the rest of the week. And that message is give people grace. Some people might be having a bad day or going through something that you're not aware of. I'm saying give people grace if they don't respond to you the way you want them to. Let's just give a little grace today. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.